Hey guys, what's up? Elders from the Top Trading Reviews community. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we're trading expert option on the binary options. I lost a few trades, currently $12,810, and I'm looking at this trade currently. I believe it's gonna go down. It's breaking, very nice indeed. After a pullback, are gonna be entering this trade. I just made a video around this trade on GBP CAD where I actually scalped the forex markets and made quite a bit of money. So make sure to check this out on my second channel, the forex only channel. But currently I'm trading binary options on this channel, and I'm just looking what's happening. And I did tell you guys on my last video on the forex only channel that if it breaks this area of sensitivity on the 5-minute time frame, which is currently what we are seeing it, and if it closes towards the downside in the next 2 minutes, is going to be a nice trade towards the downside. So we just need to wait a little bit. So if this breaks in the next 55 seconds, which is very likely, is going to mean it's a new lower low. All of these wicks over here that you can see, let me just mark it. All of these wicks you can see doesn't mean anything if it's not the candle itself that's closed. What we're looking for is a candlestick closure. So if it closes, just below that, it means it's a new lower low, and that's what we want. So as you can see, there's a lot of bearish pressure. I did speak about this in my last video. It seems like I repeat myself, but I realize there's a lot of new people over here as well. So we see this sell pressure, 2 touches. Obviously after a break of a previous area of sensitivity, which is this orange zone, there's going to be an exhaustion, which is what happened over here. And now currently breaking, as we can see over here, look, candlestick closure on the 5-minute. What we're waiting for now is some sort of pullback towards the upside before we're going back down short again. So that's what we're waiting for now on the 5-minute chart. After we see a nice green candle towards the upside, we will definitely enter the trade short and sell the market. So let's see if that happens. So let's just go back to the expert option. Let's see if that happens. We are still waiting for some sort of pullback. There we go. There's the pullback. Boom. We're gonna enter 2 trades. I like this trade very much. Seems very good indeed. Pullback towards the upside. Maybe it's gonna have a bigger pullback even, but that's okay. If something, we're gonna martingale and double up as always. When I mentioned to you guys, when I trade binary options, it's always a little bit riskier, but risk to reward is there. I like it personally. That's my strategy. That's the way I do it. So if you want to copy it, you're more than welcome to. If you have your own strategy, leave a comment. I would like to know what strategies you use in binary options. As we can see, it broke out. It broke out, it had a pullback. Well, it's not a considerable pullback to be fair, but it seemed like on expert option it was quite considerable. As you saw, it was like a push towards the upside quite nicely. And we see, there we go, it's dropping down. Look, it's going back up. Look, there's the exhaustion. That's what we're seeing. Look, there's the pullback. Okay, we might need to enter over here. So we might lose this trade, but that's okay. If it pulls back a little bit more, we're gonna double up. Okay, there we go. We are seeing this pullback now. This is the legit pullback that I wanted. So let's place maybe 5 trades. I'm going crazy, right? But look, I'm so confident in this strategy that I don't care. Look at this. Look at this over here. It had the pullback. That's the pullback I was talking about. It seemed on expert option when I had a look at it. It seemed like a huge pullback towards the upside, but on the trading view charts it was barely any movement at all. That's why sometimes it's better to use trading view charts and have a look at the pullbacks over here rather than the charts on the expert option, because all of these brokers are set up to make you fail. Binary options brokers, they get paid by you guys trading, so remember that. So all of these charts over here, they're gonna be lagging, they're gonna be not accurate at all, or they're gonna be spiking up the last second. So the advantage is for you guys is using other charting softwares. Use other charting softwares and see what's up, and you will be profitable. So let's see if that pops in. I believe it will. There we go. Boom. We popped in 9 grand. There we go. $18,270. I'm quite happy about that. And if it pulls back yet again towards the upside, even pulls back a little bit more, maybe to the previous area of sensitivity, which is ideally over this zone over here. So if it touches here, I'm definitely very confident. Look, I like it. I like this. I like this where this is. And if I entered here, it would have been nice. We can, maybe sell it over here. Place one trade, one sell trade. So let's see if that happens. Obviously, that disadvantage on the expert option, we have this 30-second timer, and it just closes trade, which is kind of lame. In Forex, if you enter the trade, you can keep it as long as you have a balance. You can keep the trade. If you have the margin and everything, you'll be fine. So as you can see, it's popping back. Okay, so we're gonna double up. There we go. We doubled up. Place 2 trades. I believe it's gonna go down because obviously it broke out the previous area of sensitivity, which was here. As you can see, it was fluctuating. What the markets usually do, fluctuates, right? It fluctuates, does these WM patterns as we see over here, support and resistance. If you know a little bit about trading, area of sensitivity here broke out. Then he has an exhaustion, which is currently happening. It's the same thing on every time frame. Or the hourly, on the 1 hourly, it doesn't matter. It's all the same. So that's what we see. Right, let's have a look. Okay, so 11 seconds for the next candle on the 5 minutes. Let's see if this is profitable. I believe it will be because it's definitely a nice trade. I can't believe I caught it on video. That's what I like to see. And there we go. This is the way I trade personally. But sometimes when I'm trading, it's hard to record it, because you can't catch all of these movements. Imagine if I was recording at the start of this break. I would have had to wait, 3 hours before, I catch this break over here. This red candle that we see over here breaking at the blue rectangle. I would have to wait for 3 hours, and I don't have 3 hours in my time. So sometimes when I'm trading binary options on these videos, sometimes I take a little bit more risk since I want to entertain you guys somehow. But I can't believe I caught it on camera. This is the ideal trade that you should be waiting and placing. And as I said, if you want to see me trading Forex, literally the same strategy over here, you can come to my second channel. It's called FX Trading Lions, and learn something else. Right, I'm kind of happy with that, nearly 19 grand. Very nice trades indeed. We got a nice entry over here, so I'm super excited, super happy about that. And yeah, but just to recap, just to see the technique I was using, I usually just analyze everything from the 1 hourly. As you can see, why I placed this trade. Well, I found on the hourly time frame area of sensitivity, this orange zone. Let's just delete this yellow one. This orange zone is an area of sensitivity. What I mean by that is been, a lot of buying and selling orders in this area, right? We see a buy order here, sell orders, broke out, then it's a touch here. Look, a sell orders, bearish engulfer candle, bearish engulfer, look, and this is what's happening currently. So it broke out with a huge candle on the red side, towards the sell side, right? So we know that the bias on the 1 hourly time frame, which is much bigger time frame than the 5 minute time frame, so we know that there's a lot of sellers, right? Then we saw this over here. We saw some kind of fluctuation over here. What does this fluctuation mean? It means it's a consolidation phase. It's either gonna break towards the upside or the downside, but the likelihood it will break towards the sell side. Why? Because on the 1 hourly time frame, it just broke a area of sensitivity which was previously respected. So this means if it breaks towards the downside, which it did, it ended the consolidation phase and the market started to move towards the downside. After a push, there's always an exhaustion to the previous level support, which was here, if let's just say market, and then we dropping down, and then again if we enter in again, look, it's gonna go back to the previous entry or sorry, support, and there we go, it's gonna carry on doing this, and it's like a pattern like this, and it never changes. Sometimes things happen, and losses in trading are unavoidable. You will always lose in trading, whether you trade Forex, binary options. There's no 100% strategy that will always work for you. That's why you choose one strategy and try it out for the next 6 months to a year, because that's the way you try out strategies, and that's the way you understand that they work or not. What I do usually is just use price action, expert option. As you can see over here, now it's dropping down. Now I can, potentially enter a short again. Trading binary options is quite easy if you know what you're doing. If not, you're going to be losing money, and especially if you trade with these charts over here. As you can see, it dropped now. Look at this. Look, I told you it's gonna be dropping, and it's gonna then, and the next candle is gonna again have a pullback towards the upside, and gonna be dropping again. This is typical stuff. But generally, you don't want to use these charts. You want to use something like here, tradingview.com. I'm gonna have a link down in the description below if you want these charts, and something like that. But anyway, this was all this from Top Trading Reviews. Hope you have a wonderful day, and yeah, see you next time. We're gonna be trading maybe to 25 grand next day, or something like that. So see you later. Have a wonderful day and peace out.